and welcome to Soccer Chat on 263 Chat, brought to you by myself, Lizwe Chitanganya. On my right, I have Ronnie, who's going to partner with me in discussing the matches that we're expecting over the weekend, starting today. And on my left, I have my boy, O'Donnell, who's going to help me as well with the analysis of the games that are coming up over the weekend. So starting tonight, we have Tottenham playing West Ham, a tricky fixture we're expecting. Tottenham really wants to, make a big push for the EPL title. And what do you think, guys, is going to be the scoreline today with West Ham and Tottenham playing?
Okay, since it's a derby, it's going to be a big match, and Billy just promised some fireworks before the game, so it's going to be an electronic game whereby it's a derby and Tottenham pushing for closing the gap to make it a 1 point before Chelsea play Middlesbrough. So I think Tottenham are going to win, but it's a derby, so...
Yeah, but West Ham hasn't really convinced this season. They've been, not really at their best this season. And, you'd expect Tottenham in the form that they're currently in to really walk over this match.
Yeah, I think Tottenham are definitely going to walk over West Ham because West Ham haven't been playing a lot, that haven't been playing in a way that we can really say that they can beat Tottenham at their form currently. So basically what I think is Tottenham are just going to win this game without any problems because as for West Ham, they haven't been playing as expected or haven't been a challenge to these big teams in the league. So I think Tottenham are going to close the gap between Chelsea and them.
Yeah, that is true. The gap is expected to be closed. Harry Kane, Dele Alli, all these players, Eriksen, Son, these guys have been playing top football in the past few weeks, and we do not expect West Ham to be any challenge. An easy 3-1 or 2-0 victory for Tottenham, I expect. Do you agree?
Yeah, but it's a derby. It's a London derby, so it's not as easy as we think. These guys know each other. They have played many games. They actually know how Tottenham will react. So, yeah, it's not as clear as it is. So I think 1-0 or a draw, 1-1.
Okay, that's fine. That should be very good for the Chelsea fans who are listening or watching. O'Donnell suggests, Tottenham are going to draw, and it's going to increase the gap for you guys at Chelsea there. Then tomorrow, Manchester City is playing Crystal Palace. Another tricky fixture. Palace trying to stay in the league. It's been very tough for them. They're still at the bottom of the league. But Big Sam has come in, has delivered a big change for the team, changing the direction that Crystal Palace has been playing. Zaha has been at his best. Benteke is coming up as well at his best. Do you think that, Palace will also shock Manchester City over tomorrow?
I think tomorrow is a tricky one, because we have Benteke and Zaha who have been playing formidably well.
Yeah.
And it's going to be difficult for Man City because they haven't been living up to expectations. City, they have been, their performance have been poor for these past matches. So I think it's going to be a tricky fixture. I'll go with a draw. I think it's going to be a draw definitely tomorrow because City haven't been playing well, and Crystal Palace have been playing well, but to beat Manchester City tomorrow, I think it's going to be difficult. So I'm going to go with a draw.
So some great news for Palace fans or people who do not like Manchester City is that Aguero has been confirmed that he's not playing. Silva is also not fully fit, so he is not going to play. So they only are going to rest their hopes in Yaya Toure and perhaps Gabriel Jesus, who's been in top form. He's just come back from injury, but he's shown in the 2 games that he's played from injury that he's still sharp and is one person who might, take the game all the way to Crystal Palace. Do you think Palace have a game tomorrow?
Yeah, I think Palace will win. You see, Palace beats Chelsea, Arsenal, and Liverpool. So they have collected, I think, 9 points from 3 big teams. So I think Big Sam will do the same from the newcomer. I think Big Sam will definitely collect 3 points. They can't lose because they have been playing well, and when it comes to big teams, they beat Chelsea at home, they beat Liverpool, they beat Arsenal. So I think City, they have possibility that they're going to lose the game to Sam Allardyce. So I put 1-0, 2-1.
Is it important for Manchester City to win this game, seeing as they're chasing also a top 4 spot? Do you think they will really put it all, despite all the injuries that they're facing?
Yeah, I think they're going to put a lot in this game because they have to push for that top 4 position. As for Man United, they are definitely banking on Europa. But for Man City, this is a must-win game. So they're going to try a lot in order to win this game. And we are going to be expecting to see Ian Archer tomorrow playing because I think he's going to put a twin gun in order for things to work for him. But for them, winning tomorrow is going to be difficult because Crystal Palace, at the same time, they want to push their position up from the bottom team. So I think it's going to be a draw at least tomorrow.
All right. Draw suggested by Ronnie there. Talking about teams that should definitely win over the weekend. Sunday, we have the big one, Arsenal hosting Manchester United. Manchester United coming off a, motivational, a very morale-boosting victory over Celta Vigo in the Europa League yesterday. And what's your take on the game, gents?
It's going to be a big game. It's going to be a dramatic one. But I think Wenger is now settling for Europa. So no pressure on the top 4. But Mourinho is setting for the top 4. So I think it's for Man U to win. So you see they are not losing games, and Arsenal have been losing more games. So I think it's going to be a draw for United since they the custom of United to draw. But I think Mau will settle for a win since he's playing against Wenger. Mourinho and Wenger. So I think Mourinho is going to win, but it's not going to be an easy game since it's the biggest game of the weekend.
There's so many stories between Arsenal and Manchester United. Firstly, now that Jose Mourinho has moved, as you've mentioned, it's a Wenger versus Jose Mourinho battle. Mourinho hasn't lost to Arsene Wenger in the past 15 fixtures that he's played him. And we're going to get that contest going on, as well as Manchester United haven't lost in almost 23, 24 games now in the league. So there's that whole challenge. But then Jose Mourinho has come out and said, he's thinking about Celta Vigo that they're playing on Wednesday. So he might probably play with youngsters under 23s. Do you think that's going to play in Arsenal's favor?
Yes, definitely. I think this is going to play definitely in Arsenal's favor because as for Man United, most experienced players, most people that you would expect to play in this game, they're tired and they're weary. So definitely it's an advantage for Wenger. But as you all know that this is Mourinho with United, anything can happen. But for Arsenal, I think they have an advantage tomorrow because United are not the same United that we are seeing these days because they have weakened players right now because of definitely the Europa. And at the same time, they haven't been playing so well. So I think Arsenal might try to take advantage of that they're playing a lot of games in the Europa and in different competitions. So I think it's going to be difficult for Mourinho tomorrow, and it's going to be an advantage for Wenger. So I think I'll go in favor of Wenger.
Okay. Well, one question that keeps popping up from the Arsenal side of things is that they want Arsene Wenger gone. So if he beats Manchester United, perennial rivals, it allows them to talk on social media the whole week, the whole month per se, that they beat Manchester United. They beat Jose Mourinho's Manchester United, broke an unbeaten run, as Manchester United did to the Invincibles back then. Do you think this can be a victory that, lets Arsenal fans accept Arsene Wenger for one more season or a longer-term contract?
Basically, I think a win for Arsenal will not mean that Wenger must stay. So winning a match and you're not in top 4, winning a match against Man U, you're not in top 4, I think it doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
He's not bringing anything to the table. So I think Wenger must walk away and let any lucky guy come to take those guys to the trophy. So I think Wenger should go.
Ronnie, what do you think about that?
I think it's not going to bring any sympathies to Wenger even if he wins this game. I don't know, with that margin. People are actually, Arsenal fans are actually tired of Wenger. And even if you listen to the Arsenal television every day, actually there are only DCs that are coming for Wenger. So I think Arsenal fans are tired and they want him to go. Winning this match won't mean anything because it's not bringing anything to the table, as Odino said. So I think winning this match won't mean anything to Arsenal fans. Maybe it might push this victory closer to the top 4 race finish. But as for Wenger staying, I don't see Wenger staying this time.
All right, so what's your prediction? A draw or a win for Arsene Wenger?
I'm going to go with a draw because Man United have a tendency these days of drawing. So
Draw specialists.
yeah, draw specialists. So I'm going to go with a draw.
All right. So that's it from this week's edition of Soccer Chat on 263 Chat. We've gotten a quick analysis on the matches that are expected tonight, on Saturday and on Sunday. Expecting draws for Manchester United, perhaps a draw as well for Man City, but clear, maybe slightly favoring, a result favoring Tottenham tonight against West Ham. So from me, Lizwe and O'Donnell, and Ronnie on my right, it's been great. Cheers, until next time.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.